Hello and welcome to episode 2. We're here at Kamadan, the Jewel of Istan, and this place is kind of the capital city of Istan here, Istan being this island nation which exists within Elona, the continent. And Istan's been sort of sieged by a lot of corsairs and pirates and bandits lately. And in the first episode you saw me protect the people of this village here, Chabek village. And we protected them because we're a member of sort of the fighting squad, the elite team, the Sun Spears, who are sort of the defenders of Istan. And we're currently on a quest where we need to get to level 5. But a lot of these quests around here at the start, we're still kind of in the tutorial stages of the game, I guess. So a lot of these quests are kind of teaching you. You can see like this armor trader here has got a quest, the material trader's got a quest, the weapon guy's got a quest. They're all kind of quests teaching you about these things, which you guys don't really need to know about. So you will be happy to hear that I'm going to skip that stuff. So we're currently level 3. I'm going to do one quest with you guys, and then I'll sort of skip it to level 5, and then we can continue with the main plot, because this is just a bit of a delay really. And funnily enough, the quest that I'm going to do is this guy's quest, this armor guy. He says my armor. Oh, sorry, She says, my armor saves lives. I count every warrior in this village as a testament to my skill. Now, did you want something crafted, or are you just wasting my time? Okay, so this person, you can ask for services, and she can craft you new armor, which we're not actually here for, but she's got a quest as well. She says, armored transport. Hey, I need some serious muscle for a job, but I guess you'll do. The recent Corsair raids have made it difficult to import or export goods, and I need to get these shipments out. I have some new armor pieces that must get through to the Sunspear Great Hall. These Corsairs don't scare me, but I've got a shop to run. I can't go gallivanting all over the place. Do you think you can escort my courier, Dengo, through the plains of Jarin and protect him from any troublemaker Corsairs? Alright, and we get lots of materials and stuff, so I'm not scared of Corsairs either. Let's do it. And yeah, we're going to this place called the Sunspear Great Hall. You'll remember at the end of the mission here where we saved Chabek village, we were speaking to Cormir, who's the leader of the Sunspears, and she said that we would meet again at some point up at the Sunspear Great Hall. So it's quite, the Sunspear Great Hall is really where all of the Sunspear base their operations from, so it's quite good that we get to go there nice and early. But just before we leave, let's quickly read the description of what is Kamadan. Kamadan is the home port for the mighty Istani Navy, and the main point of landfall for ships from nearby Corner, as well as those travelling from Cantha, Tyria and the Battle Isles. It's deep, so these places here were the places you guys saw in the previous series, if you watched those. Its deep harbour is sheltered from seasonal storms by a ridge of hills to the south. Built around relics and statues from days of the primeval kings, Kamadan has earned the title Jewel of Istan. So there we go. Istan's really renowned. It's really famous for being for having a really strong navy. You can see, which is kind of typical for an island nation, really. And it kind of protects the rest of the main Elonian land. You can see there's another land up here, which we'll talk about later and go to later. This is Corner. This is a different nation in Elona. And usually, if people were coming to the continent and stuff, first they have to come through Istan and its mighty navy. So that's really what it's known for. So yeah, that's enough about this kind of area. Let's go on out through this portal out into our first explorable area, really, which is the Plains of Jarin, where we're going to escort this guy to the Sunspear Great Hall, which isn't too far away, really. So here you can see this is a resurrection shrine. If you die out in an explorable area, if everyone dies, like if me and Kos both die, of course we'll be with Kos. He's our good friend. He'll be with us the whole way through the Let's Play. Great guy, so he's with us at the moment. We will meet other people and start playing with them eventually, but for now it's just us. Anyway, if both me and Kos die together, then we will be resurrected here at shrines like these, and there's always a Sunspear scout out in Istan who tend the shrine. So he says Sunspear scouts are stationed at every resurrection shrine in Istan. We can tell you about some of the dangers in the area and inform you of any bounties. What is a bounty? Do you have one to offer? He says, you're here. I was sent out to this wasteland to get you some early information on the hostile plant problem. It's bad, but nothing the Sunspears can't handle. Here is your portion of the bounty that Cormir is offering for helping destroy some of these hostile plants. We should all do our part to keep Istan safe. I'm on the job. So you can accept bounties from these guys. This is kind of a new mechanic you could see in Nightfall. And by accepting these bounties and helping out the Sunspear, so in this case it's killing these giant horrible plants here. You can see this fanged iboga here. These are the plants that they're talking about, and by killing these guys you can earn what are called Sunspear promotion points, and by getting those points you can rise through the ranks of the Sunspears and become more powerful, which is pretty cool. So this is the guy, this is the courier that we want to transport. We've got our bounty. And you can see that big building over there, that's the Great Hall. So it's not too far, but it's through these hills with lots of dangerous plants and insects and stuff. So let's do this. Oh, he's quite an old guy, isn't he? He says, Mahinu might seem as cold as a piece of armour on a wet morning, but truly, she can be as warm and sweet as buttermilk once you get to know her. For example, after she's just killed someone. Yeah, I did think she was a bit of a bitch. I didn't say it, but I did think she was a bit of a cow. Okay, so Mahinu sent you. Well, I guess you must be tougher than you look. Oh, don't run off yet. I'm Dengu, Mahinu's assistant and courier. The roads have gotten really dangerous lately with so much Corsair raiding. I heard a rumour that there's a single Corsair leader uniting all of the guilds. It would be a real mess if that ever happened. Anyhow, we should probably get moving. Okay, alright, so he just waited there for us. The reason I didn't move there, in case you were wondering, is because if you move when dialogue's up like that, it gets rid of the dialogue box. So yeah, alright, so he ran on a bit ahead, but so we just got to keep up with him really. Make sure he stays alive. Cool, he does love to run, doesn't he? Wait up, we're killing plants. Oh, got some gold. So if you've watched the previous series, you might be noticing these areas in Nightfall look a lot better. I really do love the way that the places in Nightfall look. They look really detailed. They're much, much nicer than the places we've seen so far. Alright, okay, so he's stopping to catch his breath. Okay, come on, let's keep going. You can do it. So this kind of area is a lot of flat, dry plains like this. This whole campaign, this whole continent's kind of based on African, Middle Eastern areas, so you see this kind of thing quite a lot. He says, watch out, here come those wretched Corsairs. Oh dear, where are the Corsairs? I can't see any, where are they? Oh, there's an architect there. Ah, here they are. Corsair Buccaneers. I'm very low level, I hope I can actually kill these things. Okay, that was pretty easy. Alright, never mind. No need to worry. So yeah, there's lots of people wandering around here. You're one of the Sunspears, aren't you? Shouldn't you be guarding something? Yes, I'm guarding this courier. Want to see what happens when you set a house on fire? A child just said that to me. Oh my god. Insane. Oh, a plant's attacking him. Oh god, I'm nearly dead. Don't let it kill me. Oh, okay, alright. I survived with 19 health. Whew, alright, this is dangerous. Okay, so... Oh, those are just some people talking about something else. Try to ignore that. I want to do a different episode on that later on. So, are we done? Okay, he says, finally, we made it. Thanks for your help. I never would have made it without you. Now, to get all this armor delivered. Stop talking, Naduka. I don't want to hear your story. Not yet. Okay, so here's the Sunspear Great Hall. Okay, so like I said before, this Sunspear Great Hall, this is kind of a big central hub for Sunspear activity, and as we get further through the main storyline, we'll find ourselves coming back here over and over and over again, getting new plans, hearing about what Cormyr wants to do next, and all kinds of things. So there's a lot of people to talk to, even more quests, but again, a lot of them are tutorial quests that aren't really very interesting. So we've come here, let's just read the description for the outpost. One of the oldest standing structures on the Istani Isles, the Sunspear Great Hall dates back to the time of Sologon the Protector, who turned the Sunspears into an independent order devoted to the protection of all of Elona. The twin magical fountains are a tribute to the Sunspear's primeval roots, while the Great Hall stands as a memorial to the many generations of heroes forged within its walls. So a lot of history here, and you can hear this person, Sologon the Protector. Do remember him, because we will be meeting that man in some form later on, so yeah, bear him in mind. But yeah, this is a pretty cool place, so we will return here and look at this place in more depth soon. But for now, let's go tell, what was her name, Mahinu, that we escorted the courier and that everything's okay. And then once we've accepted this quest reward, guys, I'm actually going to cut it while I do all of these kind of remedial boring quests that don't really matter, and then we'll be level 5 and then we can resume with the main plot. Sound good? Yeah, you know it sounds good. I wonder if she's going to be a bitch to us still. We've been nice to you. She says, those Corsairs didn't give you too much trouble, did they? Good to know you can handle yourself. And thank you for watching after Dengo. He's a hard worker, but a terrible fighter. Take these materials as payment for a job well done. Just so you know, that's enough to craft a rather nice piece of armor. If you want, I can use it to craft you something. A helmet, leggings, a pair of gloves, you name it. Okay, cool. So we'll get a nice new bit of armor, shall we? Let's get a hood, an Istani hood, and let's get this one, which will boost our Scythe Mastery attribute, which is pretty cool. Oh, we've got enough for another bit as well, actually. Let's get some leggings as well. So now we've got some new armor, which is a different colour to our original armor, but it doesn't really matter. So there we go. That will boost our attribute a little bit. Oh yeah, we leveled up. We're level 3. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a second when we're level 5, and we can continue with the main plot. See you in a sec. Okay, guys, here we go. This is the last kill here. I've literally just been running around these fields, killing these plants, and I did a couple of really small quests that were like, oh, this is what your inventory does. So there we go, we're now level 5, and we can return to this guy that we spoke to before, First Spear Devad, for our reward. So let's go back to Kamadan, just right outside it. And so yeah, Kos is still level 4, heroes level up independently of us, but he'll be pretty close. The reason why I'm a little bit higher than him is because he doesn't get experience from quest rewards, so he'll always be a little bit behind, but it doesn't really matter. So we leveled up so we can spend our attribute points. So let's put some into, oh, I don't know, let's put them into Wind Prez. Back so soon. Wow, Kos was right. Oh, sorry, I'm talking to your back. There we go. Back so soon. Wow, Kos was right about you. Don't tell him I told you, but Kos called you the rising star of the new order. Well, we'd better get you started on your basic training. Well, thank you, Kos. Okay, so we get even more experience for that. Good to see you again, Matt. Today must be my lucky day. I won 200 gold on a bet with First Spear Jaduga, and then you show up just when I need to talk to you. Looks like it's time for you to begin learning about secondary professions. Why don't you head back to the encampment near the village and speak to a few of the experts there? They can tell you about life in the professions. Okay, so last time you remember we spoke to a couple of those expert dervishes. And this time we can go around and we can pick any of the experts and we can learn about all the different skills that they have to offer. I've already chosen what I want my secondary profession to be, and that's Ranger. So we've established a camp just outside the village in the Churia Fields. We hope to train new recruits there to help protect the village from further attacks while we rebuild. Can you take me to there? Yes, please. So yeah, I'm going to be picking Ranger, and that's because in this game, Rangers, they're kind of the bow people and they get pets. And we had a pet in the last season. I thought that was really quite cool, so we'll do that again. Hi, Matt. It's lucky I've run into you. Here's a bit of advice. Don't be afraid to take chances. Your skill will help the dice fall in your favour. Okay, so... and he's got another quest for us, but we'll do secondary training first, shall we? So... he says go to speak to some of the experts at the encampment. And then return to him. So, let's go speak to some Ranger experts. So as you can see, we're still very much in the tutorial part of the game. We are fast coming out of that though, and we will be returning onto the plot pretty quickly. So here's one. She says, hi, be at peace even in the heart of turmoil. What has happened cannot be undone. Move softly, listen to the wind. Hold the heart of the world in your hand. Can you feel it? The pulse of the world? Ooh, I thought so. You'd make an excellent Ranger. Would you like me to teach you? So she'll just teach us a couple of skills. Alright, I think one guy is all we really need to speak to, so let's go back. I hope you got some sound advice and are able to choose the right profession to complement your combat style. Choosing a secondary profession is a big decision, but it isn't a permanent one. Once you've advanced in the ranks a little bit, you'll be able to change your secondary profession. You see, this is the first and only time where we've actually been told we can change the secondary profession. On the other series, if you've watched them, they say, oh, you can never change it, so it's a big decision, but they admit that you can change it here, so there we go. And I wish to make mine Ranger. A good choice that suits you well. You are a lucky person indeed to find your true calling in life. So, now we can continue on. Cormyr feels it's time we reclaimed the first city, which has been lost for longer than anyone can remember. If she can pull this off, it will certainly fortify her legacy as the greatest spear marshal in Sunspear history. The Istani had ordered the area off limits, but Cormyr convinced Elder Sol to begin excavating under the watchful eye of the Sunspears. Now we need to recruit some diggers. Talk to Quarry Master Bahana about that. Since you'll be in the area, make sure you meet up with Dunkoro. He's at the cliffs of Dojok, and I'm sure his expert planning skills will come in handy. And you can see for the reward of this quest it says Dunkoro joins your party. Dunkoro is a really big, really cool character, so... it's good that we're finally going to meet him, so yes, right away. So, there's this first city. There's also another quest here called Command Training, which we don't need to do, so I'll ignore that for now. So yeah, this is the next quest. Okay, so now that we're secondary ranger, we actually have access to some ranger skills, and you can see one type of ranger skill, these ones here called beast mastery skills, and these are the ones to do with your pet. So if we add this skill here called charm animal over Grent's fingers there, next time we find an animal, we can charm it and get it as a pet. And I've got an idea of what pet we can get as well. There aren't many in Istan, sort of you don't get much choice, but if you guys have seen Factions, you can probably guess which one I'm going to get. So yeah, next time we see a pet, we'll do that. So let's see, we're finally back on the main plot, really. The storyline has stalled a bit there, you know, with the tutorial stuff. But we're finally leaving that. So we're going to try and reclaim a place called the First City. Don't know what that is yet. I'm sure we will soon enough. But this is what Cormyr wants the Sun Spears to do. So what are we doing first? We need some diggers. So we've got to try and find this guy called Quarrymaster Bahana. Who, as you can see here on the map, is quite a bit further into Istan. He's at this place here called the Champion's Dawn. So it'd probably be quicker to get there if we map travelled from the Sunspear Great Hall, wouldn't it? Now, when we get in here, things are going to get a little bit more dangerous. Out in the plains of Jarin before, the enemies we've come across haven't really been very dangerous. They've not tried to kill us or anything. But as we try and get deeper into Istan now, they're going to be trying to tear mine Kos's heads off. So you've got to be a little bit careful. Hopefully everything will be okay though. I'm going to try and go through the water. Because who knows, we might just find one of those pets. Oh, Kos is talking about the diggers. He said, recruit, all we should have to tell these excavators is that they'll be protected by the great and powerful Kos. That'll get them to come along. So heroes will actually talk about stuff that's going on in the plot at that moment, which is really cool. So as best I can through this series, I'm going to be trying to watch what our friends, our heroes are saying, and try and read it out as much as possible. Wow, Kos really took a beating there, didn't he? You're right, man. Okay, so here we go. This is a Drake. We've not fought one of these guys yet, but these guys are a bit dangerous, so I'm a little bit scared actually. Alright, come on, you want to fight or not? Let's do it. Nice. Okay, he's out. You can see he really shredded into my health there, but it's good. It's good. We took him out. So all these termites here, you can see there are a lot of enemies, but they're all juvenile, so they're not actually going to try and fight us unless we fight them. Which means the way is basically clear. Champion's Dawn should just be up here. Okay, and as you can see near here, there's another resurrection shrine, which we've activated by getting close to it. So if we did die here now, we could just return. And another Sunspear Scout, who gives us another plant blessing. Not all of them give you blessings to kill plants or that kind of thing. They do change. Like sometimes you might find someone offering a blessing to kill drakes and all that kind of things. And the bounties are the best way to really earn promotion points and work your way up through the Sun Spears. If I press H here, you can see these are the different titles, and this one here is the Sun Spear title. Oh, we've already gained rank 1, so we've got 59 promotion points here, which means that we are now a Sun Spear Sergeant, and once we've got 100 we'll become a Sun Spear Master Sergeant, and that just keeps going up and up and up and up until you reach the max rank, which is the Spear Marshal, who is currently Cormyr. Cormyr is the Spear Marshal at the moment. So, yeah, this is a new outpost. This is the Champion's Dawn. Guy with a quest for us here. Let's quickly read the description. It says, situated near the mineral-rich cliffs of Dojok, Champion's Dawn is the base of operations for the Istani Society of Engineers and Architects. The stone and gems quarried here have fueled Istani architecture for a millennium. The primeval style has so deeply impacted modern Istani builders that the society has a long-standing rivalry with the Excavation Corps over the status of the remains to the west. Okay, and I suppose these remains are the first city remains that they're talking about there. So yeah, this is a pretty cool little place. Lots of like ruins going on around here, and obviously the architect. So it makes sense why we'd come here to find recruits. So who exactly we're speaking to? We're speaking to the Quarry Master. Oh, here he is. Or she is. I keep thinking these are going to be men, but then they turn out to be women. This quarry is my life. Every stone that leaves here is unmarred and perfect in every way. That's my guarantee to all of Istan, now and forever. Some of my family is from Chabek, hero, so it's an honour to meet you. So Chabek is the village we saved from burning down. I would love to give Cormyr all the diggers she needs, but I can't help her excavate the first city until I get my own quarry under control. Scree harpies have overrun the equipment, and my workers have their hands full just keeping them in check. Meet Hamar at the edge of the quarry and bring some backup if you can. With your help, we can retake the quarry. That will free up my men for Cormyr's task. You know who can really help you? Dunkoro. He's a master of planning and has served with Cormyr for years. I think he's in the cliffs of Dojok. Okay, so we're going to get Dunkoro's help with this. Oh wow, we've only really just got here and we're already been told to move on. Alright, so the plot really kicks into full speed about now, so the next episode should be pretty good, guys, but I'm going to end this one here. I'll see you next time for the cliffs of Dojok and getting to the first city.